Hello, my name is Will, and if you couldn't tell by the cartoon guy on the screen or the title of this video, I'm an animator. I love to draw a bunch of pictures right next to each other, then flip between them really fast to trick your eyes into thinking that the picture is moving. As most children do, as a kid, I love cartoons. I was shown Wall-E and SpongeBob at age 1, and they stuck to my brain and have become integral parts of my personality. Many people grow up believing that animation is for kids, so they become uninterested as they age. But not little old me. My favorite show right now is The Owl House, and my favorite movie right now is Whisper of the Heart. The medium of animation has stuck close to me for my entire life, and I gush constantly about how incredible it is. It seems, though, that there are way too many people that don't really appreciate it, feeling like it's only really good for kids media or weird adult comedies. So today, I've written a video essay talking about animation, specific parts about its history, and why actually it's really amazing, and everyone should stop treating it like it's lame. Miraculously, animation as a way of entertainment has existed for longer than motion picture cameras. How, you may ask? Well, in a number of ways. Most well known by your average Joe are flipbooks and zoetropes. Everyone knows what a flipbook is. Here's one right now. Wow, look, that is so cool. Wow, that's so cool. A zoetrope is a bit more complicated and also has several different versions. A basic zoetrope is a wheel like this. You put the sequence in there, and then spin it, and you look through the little slits to the other side to see the animation. The slits help break up the frames. Without looking through them, the image would just be blurry. There are some old Cartoon Network bumpers showing some zoetrope animations that I think are pretty freaking cool, and it's cool to teach kids about animation. There's another type of zoetrope with mirrors in the middle to make it easier for you to see the sequence. Then there's 3D ones, which are really fucking cool. Instead of slits, you use strobe lights to be able to see the sequence. There's this really cool Toy Story one that is actually really fucking insane. You can also make a linear one and use a train's windows as the slits. Someone also did this in Minecraft. Some very cool stuff. Zoetrope special mention that I did not speak of earlier. Back in the day, many companies would put a little zoetrope on a record so that when you played the record, you could see a little animation. I don't know how well this worked, but probably good enough. It's like that one person on TikTok who has the circle whiteboard, they spin it and they draw it on it and it makes a little animation. It's basically the same thing. Just thought I'd say that because I thought it was cool. And there you go. The first animation that was ever made using a film camera was the Humorous Phases of Funny Faces, made by J. Stuart Blackton in 1906. It was made using chalk on a blackboard and is very cute. Look at her. She's even a Gibson girl. Wonderful. However, a different short made in 1908 by Emile Cole called Phantasmagory is what is widely regarded as the first frame-by-frame animated cartoon. This is because he hand-drew every frame on a piece of paper and took a picture, as opposed to Stewart erasing bits of the chalk drawing and redrawing it. It's basically the prehistoric version of doing this, which is valid, so I say thank you to Stewart, because you made a very cool piece of art, and then everyone forgot about it, because a French guy did the same thing 2 years later, but more labor-intensive. The next natural step would be for me to talk about rubber hose animation, the first real unanimous style that was used by several studios. This style was actually popularized by Felix the cat. That's right, the cat that is on your grandmother's little clock. That's the guy. That's him. Wow. Not the fucking mouse that I made. Fun fact, if you watch the first Felix the Cat cartoon on YouTube, you can see that bro lives in Pussyville, which is like cool for him, I guess. I'm sure you've seen a TikTok before that's like, you won't believe these old Looney Tunes shorts. Are these for adults? Or, oh my god, Mickey Mouse was fucking racist and also an asshole in early Walt Disney cartoons. And yeah, pretty much. Cartoons were originally never made for a specific demographic. I mean, they were all made by adults. And adults are weird, and Walt Disney was racist. You may be wondering what shifted the demographic, and the answer to that is the Hays Code, which was a rulebook made by a Catholic guy about what's allowed to be in theaters, and also, you guessed it, it's World War II, baby, that's right! Most animation studios shied away from the weird, gross, racist, and mildly sexually explicit animations that they made before, and either tried to tell family stories, or just slapstick like fucking crazy, dog. Not only did this make them more money, but it also made them more money and helped them gain respect and trust from general audiences. If you wanted to see a rabbit who was funny, you'd go to Warner Brothers, and if you wanted to see a character almost kind of die just to make you cry at least a little but then not actually be dead, then you'd go to Disney, except for that one time. But for a few decades, animation was definitely for kids, and maybe a family audience. But something crazy is about to happen in 1989. Something that would change how people saw animation forever. Something that defined an era of the medium. That's right. The Simpsons! What's this? An animated sitcom? About a dysfunctional family? Oh my god, did Bart just say hell? Holy shit. This is fucking insane. Suddenly cartoons can be cool and punk and cool. Wow, what a time. And now, here we are. Same shit, different day. Remember when the CEO of Disney said that adults don't like animated movies? Yeah. Remember how they keep fucking making live-action remakes of animated masterpieces? Remember how they made a live-action remake of the first ever feature-length animated film? Remember how Netflix fucking ruined Avatar: The Last Airbender under the assumption that adults are incapable of enjoying an animated artwork, so they just have to make it live action? However am I meant to enjoy this incredible story if it has a mildly Eastern-styled art style? Oh my god! On the bright side, there have been some amazing animated movies coming out these past few years that are not only narratively interesting, but also look fucking so cool. It genuinely boggles my mind the amount of unnecessary limits that the average consumer puts on animation. Animation is the most creatively diverse form of filmmaking. You can literally make whatever you want, not even exaggerating. You can create anything that you can think of, in any style that you can think of, in any format you can think of, in any genre you can think of. Animation makes it come alive in a way that live action just can't. Fuck, man. Most live action movies today are full of CGI, which is just animation, but realistic. Every single frame of 2D hand-drawn animation was, you guessed it, fully hand-drawn by a human being who trained and practiced in and loves animation. 24 handcrafted pieces of artwork every second, working together to tell you a story where every visual detail was thought out and placed explicitly in the hopes that you would notice it and take home a meaning that is personal to you. That is why I love animation. The goal of this video was to attempt to help the viewer grow a better understanding and respect for the medium of animation. Maybe this inspired you to look more into the history that I didn't discuss, or even try out the medium for yourself. Either way, thank you for watching to the end. I really appreciate it. Animation is like my biggest passion in the world ever, so it's really cool to try and teach people about it. And there's a lot about the history that I didn't talk about, and I didn't even really explain anything about, like, you know, the 12 principles, which I'd honestly like to save for some kind of animation lesson if anyone would want, like, something like a tutorial about how to animate. I can do that if you would like, but yeah. I love animation. I love that shit. I love animation. So, thank you for watching. Bye-bye!